I want to tell you the story about my interactions with, I can't remember his name. I haven't taken the time to go and have a look, but about this thing that Winston and New Zealand First have gone. I'm just looking for the actual screen grab, Chewie. Do you want to find the screen grab as to their website being about diversity, equity, inclusion while I tell the story? The one that you had last night or something like it?
Oh, Jesus, I don't know if I'm going to be able to find
just
that.
Google it. It'll be on stuff or something. It'll be easy to find. If you put DEINZ first. So anyway, I had a late night show, went from midnight till 6 a.m. And during election season, the parties would still send someone in to be with me between midnight and 1 a.m. And that's because it was News Talk ZB and there was still 100,000 people listening. And I had the number 2, so Winston's deputy from New Zealand First. And what I want to speak to now is how Winston and New Zealand First have history of not knowing what's in their constitutional manifesto. I talked to this guy about the policies, the characteristics, the manifesto of, I'll be back in a minute, of New Zealand First. Hi again, of New Zealand First and what they were. Emily says she sent it to you on Blue Sky. And so I was being a bit cheeky and I knew I was going to embarrass him. I was like, what's the in the manifesto, what's the seventh most important thing that New Zealand First holds on to? And he couldn't do it. Oh, fair. What's the fifth? And he couldn't do it. Okay. What's the third? And he couldn't do it. And I said to him, Mr. Such and Such, what is the number one, whatever you call it, rule, whatever it is, characteristic in the manifesto of New Zealand First that says about who New Zealand First are? What's number one? And he couldn't tell me. And I said this the other night, Chewie, the number one thing was to make New Zealand first. He didn't know it. He didn't know the writings. There was a separation between the party, the actual party, and the party, the MPs and stuff. You found it, Chewie?
No.
Okay. So we'll come back to that. But so Winston's embarrassed at the moment, being embarrassed because he doesn't know what's on his website. He doesn't know that on his website, when it talks about candidate listing, lists, what it involves language that is diversity, equity, and inclusion. But he has a history of this. Now, I spent an hour looking for this today, and I'm glad I found it. And the reason it was so hard to find, Chewie, is this is the time frame where TVNZ got us kicked off YouTube. So this is not on YouTube. But in one of the debates, Winston Peters goes off his nut at Jack Tame about, what do you mean? We're not for GST off fruit and veggies. But you know what? It was in their manifesto that they were, and Winston didn't know. And then what happened was we got there first and got a screenshot of their manifesto. And by the end of this debate, it had been taken down. Enjoy, my friends.
Anyone here think that Labor's plan to remove the GST off fruit and vegetables and pass on the savings is credible? Winston Peters, isn't that also your policy?
No, it's not in the manifesto. Check it out.
Number 15 from your website on your 35 policy points for the 2023 election. We will take GST off basic foods, including fresh fruit, vegetables, meat, dairy, and fish.
Sorry.
Has that changed tonight?
No, sorry, that's not our problem. We said our problem was we thought the supermarket...
So I'm pausing that. So he had no clue. He had no clue that his party in their manifesto said they were going to take GST off fresh fruit and veggies. He has history in this. We'll get to the.
But he's so confident. He's so confidently wrong.
He's so confident.
Monopoly would just take the profits. It would never get to the people, and as a consequence...
That's on your website, 2023 policies. It's also... Rawiri Waititi. It's also...
Can I finish?
So from your... Rawiri Waititi.
Can I finish? Hello, can I finish?
It's also your policy.
Can I finish?
Can I finish?
Winston
You break the
Peters.
duopoly, allow tangata whenua into the market to start our own.
If this isn't your policy, what
Well,
one
like
policy
that.
of New Zealand
Well, no,
First would make the biggest difference in the cost of
We
living
said we
crisis?
want a full investigation as to whether it will work or not, but we're reserving our judgment now. If you'd have been patient enough, rather than trying to have a catch you moment.
Catch you? Right, have some news, have some breaking news. We will show you something. Let me just get this out of here and get this out of here. So Winston Peters doesn't know his party's policy and what's on his website. Let me bring this up for you. I have done it. I just got to find it. Here we go. Double click on that. Can you see that? Has that come up on my screen for you? Hello, hello,
Not yet.
Oh, there we go. Sorry, I was just trying to find all my open windows. Right. This was, as soon as they said that, I went to the New Zealand First website. Number 15, we will take GST off basic foods, including fresh fruit, vegetables, meat, dairy, and fish. Refreshed that page just now. So you're clear. We were watching the show live, the debate live, and then this was at the end of the debate. So within an hour, probably within half an hour, I was quick enough to go. So within that time frame, the thing that embarrassed Peters was gone. We'll just play to the end, eh? Refreshed that page just now.
Some intern sprints across the room.
Has
Delete
gone.
page.
Has
Delete.
gone. So this is what this is what Jack referenced. There's number 15. We will take GFC off. I took a screen grab straight away because that's what we do. And now that's the page. The page is not there. So there you go.
Devious, slimy little rat bastard.
Please, can I finish? Okay, I'm finished.
There you go, Chewie. So I don't know, like I said, that's not on, it's on YouTube now, but it's never been on YouTube because that's when we were kicked off YouTube by TVNZ. And that's only on my Twitter
Remember
feed.
that?
So that's
Remember that, family?
Yeah.
When TV Kiwi came and fucked with us?
Kicked us in the nuts. So there you go. So the point being,
very mean.
Winston has history of this, not having a clue what's in the manifesto or what's in the charter for New Zealand First. New Zealand First MPs have history of not understanding or knowing what their party has written in their manifesto. And this is just the latest iteration of that, Chewie.
Classic sort of stuff. It's a danger of being a populist, isn't it? That when a policy is popular, you just pop it in because that's what you're all about. And then popularity can change the party that you're trying to cozy up to because they seem like they might win this one, might not like that policy. It might be embarrassing. And that's what happens when you go for populism over, I don't know, integrity.
Pragmaticness.
Yep. Your convictions, having a spine, all of that sort of stuff. Yeah.
All right. Have you got something you want to share there, or are you done from your end? I can just.
I actually did find the Constitution there.
Go on.
Highlighted at the bottom there. The need for different genders, social groups, ages, and ethnic groups to be represented.
The literal definition of what DEI is. So
but no. It's got 2 words, not 3. What? What are you talking about? I would love one of these reporters. I know they probably won't because professionalism, but I'd just love someone to just ask him in that tone, what are you even talking about, old man?